I turned 31 last October. I left the States 2 months prior to my birthday last year. And along with some physical triggers, some signs I would call it, that maybe this environment is not made for me anymore, or it's no longer conducive, because I don't believe the United States was necessarily made for me and or people who may share a similar demographic, status, and even mindset. But anyway, I didn't think it was conducive. So outside of some variables showing itself, signs I would call it, intuition, just the outlook. I don't think the outlook made sense. And maybe them physical signs, that physical gut feeling, was maybe the universe's way of pulling me into a different direction, But at 30, guys, I decided to quit. And what does quit mean? Like, I decided to basically do a different game. I decided to take a step back and look at the world as my doorstep. Not just North Carolina, not just Jersey, New York, Florida, Atlanta, California, Chicago. Not like I wanted to see something different. Right? There's a nuance with actually understanding, someone who is actually smart and knowledgeable, wise, because you've been through certain experiences that most other people have not been through, It's like I can't cap my learning to a place I grew up in, especially if the place is volatile, especially. I shouldn't, rather, like, there's just more. There's more to life. I think there's a mystery in life. There's a mystery in life to exploring, guys. And just doing something different, I've just always been like, man, I want to do something different. Although the society, environment, friends, and family pull you to do the same. I've always had that tug, man. I'm like, I need to do something different. Like, I want to do something different. And I feel like I'm purposed to do something different. That's kind of what it comes down to. So I quit. So what does quit mean? What does that look like? All the day-to-day stuff we do when we grow up in a consumptuous environment. I quit spending all of my energy and time on the vision of somebody else, i.e. a company, a job, a career. I quit trying to fit into a status quo with trying to be cool, keeping up with the latest technologies, slangs, clothing, entertainment. For some reason, it just started to dissipate without force, guys. Like, it just, I talk to certain people, even outside the States, about sports, music. I don't know too much about it now, man. Like, it's starting to fade. It's starting to fade because I'm trying to settle on a path of intentional peace, flexibility, and autonomy. And it's very intentional. I still watch TV, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not living in a patch of grass with a brittle shed over me. Like, no, it's obviously, if you guys watched my videos before, but it's just something different. I want to experience something different. Because the problem with people telling people what to do with their life, carrying an influence over people's life, is they've just created an audience of observation and idealism. That's it. But these other people, you know, aren't really trying to do something different with life. Not really trying to explore life and the options we can have if we just step out of our comfort zone and explore. So I quit. I'm done and I'm trying to explore now. The social ties, done with it. The physical ties, done with it. If I don't need a car, I'm not getting a car. If I don't need to buy a house, I'm not buying a house. I can't wait to sell my other property. I want to be able to cut ties and be able to move with less chains, move with more flexibility, you know? People don't understand the more you have, the more weight you have, the more you have, the more liability. It comes in waves at least. If not, it just stays, the more toxic, situation, it just stays with you. You want to limit the weight, the pressures, the insecurities, limit the financial obligations, limit the toxic relationships, and limit uneducated people being around me. Honestly, like seriously, because we don't think about that. Even though we could be good, we're in a neighborhood of proximity where people influence us drastically. So I quit. I'm done. I'm gonna figure it out.